Oh, moves. Get it. Get it. Yeah. 2 bikes. JJ. Ooh. It is 7:30 in the morning in Moab. And we're going into the national parks. And I also don't know when my voice started sounding like Batman. But watch out. Justice is on the way. We're going to Arches National Park. And then we're gonna go to a couple other places. We're gonna eat lunch on the road. We're gonna eat breakfast on the road. Should be beautiful. Got my bag packed, got my coffee made. JJ is outside waiting. Let's get ready, let's get gone. Here we go. This is Canyonland National Park. So far, dramatic, beautiful. Same deal, water, erosion, rocks. This one was carved out by glaciers. The same glacier that sank the Titanic came through here. Morning. Good morning. It was on a world tour, and that glacier was just like, bruh, I'm trying to really see some rocks. So I came through here, picked up some stuff, had a good time, then went up to Antarctica.
But the desert floor around you is teeming with life. Notice the rough texture and dark color of the soil surface. This indicates the presence of biological soil crust, which forms when microscopic cyanobacteria bind sand and other soil particles together, creating a place for algae, moss, and fungi to grow. This microbial community transforms dry sand into a life-giving environment. Biological crust can be found around the world, but the significance of these microcommunities in the desert is profound. The bumpy surface captures seeds and precious drops of water, and the microbes provide vital nutrients to plants. Crust organisms also prevent soil loss from rain and dust storms, protecting canyonlands, clear skies, and scenic views. Not a lot of people know this, but Canyonlands is actually a direct descendant of the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is the grandparent of Canyonlands.
That is good to know. I said that the canyons here were carved out by the same glacier that sank the Titanic.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it came through here to like pick up minerals and have like a good time.
Yeah, oh, okay, yeah.
And then it was just like, back to work. You guys are chatty.
Yeah, we got time for that.
What's you talking about us? I know you're talking about us.
Telling jokes.
Got those morning bits going.
They look like nut hatches, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, the nut hatches. So the significance of this arch right here is it was the major inspiration behind McDonald's. Ronald came here and he was very inspired to create a restaurant with these arches. feel like a Tusken Raider from Star Wars.
Yeah.
And I was like,
This is probably where they filmed some of that.
That cut's too deep.
It has to be.
it's gotta be. Yeah, this is where they shot that scene with old Ben. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Just because we're in Utah doesn't mean that we are still not on the grind. The record label never stops. Young Mullet. Here with Young Mullet's biggest artist, DJ JJ. It's DJ JJ.
DJ3.
D3J. D3J from Young Mullet Records. No, you just bite it without looking at it.
Nooks and crannies.
Courtney has tryptophobia.
As what?
Tryptophobia.
Please.
Fear of holes.
All right, calm down. It's tiny, a bunch of tiny holes. They gross me out. Other holes.
Not a problem. The primary
Nostrils.
holes I'm good with.
Ear canals. We just had breakfast and now on a hike. Breakfast was peanut butter and jelly. I really think that peanut butter and jelly might be one of the best breakfasts around. Feels like it just has everything that a breakfast should have. This hike is beautiful and it's flat. Now, those parks in Estes Park in the Rocky Mountains, that was just like 900 feet of elevation gain over the course of like 3.5 miles. Those sucked. Beautiful, but woof. Out here is just, I mean, it looks like what I think Mars would look like, really. Was able to get my military parks pass, which is something that costs people money, and they have to get it every year. But with being prior service military, I was able to pretty much pay $15 and get a cool national parks pass for a lifetime. And what you do is you pull up to the park pretty much hanging in your window and you get in for free. So that's part of what the pass is, kind of pass pays into the park and you get one every year. But with me, lifetime membership, which, you know, I think that's actually kind of cool. Not something I would have gotten before. Out here on a hike is not something I would have done before. But you sit down in an RV or a van all day, you kind of look forward to walking. Like, I always wondered what people do, especially when they're stealth camping in like a city and stuff. Like, what do you do to move your body? So going on these hikes feels good. Despite, even though when I'm out here, I'm just like, yo, it's hot. These bugs is on me. The sun on me. I'm trying to go back and sit down. Being out here just made me think about something. Just thinking about the RV. Just thinking about Steve RV. And how I should have cut the water off. And how I just got to start remembering to, if we are connected to city water, just to disconnect it or cut it off before we leave. It's something I saw on YouTube and I've done it a few times, but I keep forgetting.
It looks like in one of those
All right, so we are doing a mac and cheese taste test side by side. We've got two kinds. Both we bought in Vermont, and they have traveled all the way to Utah. One is Cabot, seriously sharp shells and cheese. The other one is goat cheddar mac and cheese.
Your boy's lactose intolerant.
We did get lactose-free milk for both of these. So I think you should be good. I think no one will be shitting their pants today.
I mean, I might still.
It's optional. Is all
Okay,
I'm
thank
saying.
you.
We're right by a bathroom.
That's all I needed to know.
A little butter. Yeah, this is the one that calls for a tablespoon of butter.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, goat cheese mac.
With the elbows. I like it.
You
It's
can tell
good.
it's goat cheese, yeah.
It's a little goat cheesy.
It's a little powdery, but
Yeah, it's pretty good.
it's good.
It's got a subtle tang.
Mm-hmm. Subtle goat tang.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I'll eat it again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now the Cabot Seriously Sharp Shells and Cheese. We also added the broccoli too. I mean, it's a classic. It's really good. The shells and cheese is more like an Annie's mac and cheese, but better. Even tangier.
Well, I like that the shell holds like little pockets of cheese in there.
I don't know if I've had the Annie's mac and cheese.
What?
What?
Even the box was like, what?
All right, which one do you guys think is better?
I gotta go back. You bite something?
Bit my tongue.
Oh, I need to have the shells without the broccoli. Just to.
It's not bleeding.
No.
I think the seriously sharp is better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I might go goat cheese.
I
'cause
prefer the goat.
It's a little more novel.
I'm also on the goat train.
Wow, 3-1.
Whoa. Good morning. Today's adventure consists of got a mountain bike Moab. But Courtney, have you been on a mountain bike recently? No. I've only been on city bikes. City bikes weigh 77,000 pounds and are imbalanced, so you can't figure out how to ride or where to go. But today, we're gonna try a different adventure.
We're ready.
And he's gonna help us.
Extra large is the black or gray helmets, and the red is extra small. So find something that feels good. They have a boa on the back, so you can kind of loosen them up and tighten them as well.
One of those. Okay. Gray.
Go ahead.
Put that on me.
Red is what?
Oh
Extra
yeah.
small.
Oh yeah. How is this? This fits extra large for your boy.
These bikes are going to have a tubeless tire system. So underneath the tire, there's no tube, just sealant. You know, if you go over cactuses, small things, it'll puncture the tire, but then that sealant will fill it quickly as it's rolling, and just kind of seal it from the inside. The only time you would maybe run into an issue is if you get a hole that is too large for the sealant to fill. So like say you know, and you point the wound at the ground, let the sealant kind of fill in, and then say that it's not filling and not holding air. Every bike is going to have a bag on it. It's going to have a spare tube, tire levers, a hand pump, and Allens for your axles. So that is everything you should need to remove the wheel, tube it up. I know it's kind of silly because it says tubeless, but you can tube up a tubeless set of tires just as like a backup to get out of there. So you have all that in there. Easy through axle on the front. You'll just unthread this with the Allen wrench. It pulls right out. The wheel comes right off. Just careful not to press the brakes on the front or back if the wheels are off, because the pads will clamp together on you. And then on the rear, because I feel like it's usually the rear that blows on you than the front, these derailleurs have a clutch on them. It's just this little lever right here. So when it's up, the clutch is on, everything's locked in, tight, it'll shift well. If you needed to take the wheel off, flip this down. It is now at your leisure to kind of swing around, get some extra chain in there to get over the cassette when you're removing the wheel. And then your axle is just on this side with a little quick release. But like I said, you shouldn't really get into any of that today. Where are you guys going off to ride?
Bull Run.
Bull Run? Oh, nice. Heck yeah. Some getaway, or some Mag 7 stuff. That's kind of up near Getaway. Are you guys doing like a drop off down through there, or are you guys going in and coming out?
Going in and coming out. Dropping off doesn't sound like.
So, with that said, the front fork and the rear shock have been pumped up to the weight you gave us. So when you ride the bike, make sure it feels good under your body.
How are you feeling about this adventure?
I am feeling nervous but excited.
How are you feeling about the adventure?
I mean, those bikes are incredible. Like, the last mountain bike I owned was like when I was 10, which is like 29 years ago. So it's slightly different.
I feel the same. I haven't been on a mountain bike in a long time. But if you can ride a city bike, you can ride anything.
I've never ridden a city bike.
Oh shit. JJ, how are you feeling about this adventure?
Okay, at first I was feeling nervous, but once we got on those bikes, I got really excited to have a whole new kind of adventure.
What was it about the bike?
I've never been on a mountain bike before, so like feeling what that suspension was like was really cool. It's like really bouncy, and it just made me excited to get back on a bike, even though I kind of hate biking.
Back on a bike?
Because I used to ride road bikes and triathlon bikes, and now I'm traumatized.
And motorcycles.
Motorcycles, forgot I used to ride a motorcycle as well.
What kind of badass forgets that she used to ride a motorcycle? I used to just go 120 on the highway, but I forgot about it. Oh no, she's got X Games mode.
But now that I'm on X Games mode, I'm F-word pumped. F-word pumped?
Trying to do too much. Okay, so I'm not bringing you down here. I'm gonna have to go two hands and focus. Taking a breather. We're about 6 miles in to a 1 mile bike path. I don't know where we are and how much further we have. And I kind of hit a patch where it was mostly downhill and very fast. And I didn't let up on my brakes. I tried to just see if I could take the whole thing and hit those hills. And it was fun as hell, but I lost the crew. So the crew started walking their bikes. So at any minute, they're gonna be coming around the corner and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. Do we make this a surefire 10-mile loop and just turn around and go back? Or do we keep going around this path and see where it takes us? It has been pointed out to me that I was complaining about going on a hike and feeling nervous about what to pack and what to bring and what to do, etc., etc. And then I get on a mountain bike and I hit the trails and all of a sudden I'm the most confident person ever. And I don't know why that is. I don't know why walking makes me nervous, but this doesn't. I don't know. Stay tuned. I'm kind of tired, but adrenaline is still pumping. I'm worried that if this trail is long and my adrenaline runs out and I just have to walk this bike for a couple of miles back, I don't think I'm gonna like that at all. Well, we got one up. One down, 2 more to go. We did it. What do we say on 3?
You didn't die.
Oh, on 3 we didn't die. 1, 2, 3. We didn't die.
I'm feeling actually really good. That was a really cool experience and a new adventure. I feel like really tested my limits without going past my limits. I was not too proud. I walked it when I needed to. And pretty proud of this 40-year-old body.
Hell yeah. What?
Yeah, I ate shit a couple times and that was disheartening, but I'm really glad that we kept going and I got the hang of it, figured out when to walk and when to just commit, and I had a lot of fun even though it was really hard, and I'm glad because I want to keep trying hard things and doing new things for my life and not just, you know, not doing them because they're scary. So that was really great. Thanks, team.
Nice. Brett.
I ate it. Insert footage here. Nice. And had a lot of fun. It's really fun to like try to learn something new while you're doing it, like trying different stuff. I'm really glad we had that easy downhill on the way home.
Yeah.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
so nice.
Oh, we wrapped up. We took the road back, shortcut. But I think I might be a mountain biker. I think I might want to get into it.
Courtney's a natural
You
on
might
the
have
mountain
been a
bike.
mountain biker in a previous life.
I might want to continue to come out here on these trails. This isn't the last time you'll see me on the trail mountain bike.
Can't think what that place was called.
The significance of petroglyphs in this Utah Canyon is their comic strips. So this is how they entertain themselves. This is pretty much early man's Marvel. So you think about like how there's like different Marvel cinematic universes and like how there's different Marvel universes. This is how it all started. If you look here, you'll see a big guy, and it's like the Hulk. And then you see the guy with the shields. My favorite one is this one because someone hopped up there and they carved in Bill and Judy. It's another one of those moments of like, first people stack rocks and now they want to draw their names next to ancient drawings. We just can't let someone else be better than us. That's not even that good of a drawing. And you wanted to claim it? Bill and Judy, that's the equivalent of going over your friend's house and when they have their kids' work on their refrigerator, you just add your name to that kid's work. So it was just like, oh, did little Timmy draw you guys? Well, Bill and Judy also drew the sun and you guys.
You said it.
We're spent from riding bikes, and this looks like we got a bit of a climb to see some dinosaur tracks. I didn't know we were gonna be rock climbers.
There's a sign right there. So.
But here we go. After a quick scramble up some rocks, we've gotten to them. Now, if you look here, dinosaur tracks. Ancient, either alien or dinosaur tracks. I love that we are just always relying on things being dinosaurs. It could have been an alien. Could have been. Some of those drawings down there were weird as hell. And you mean to tell me that somebody has a big triangular upper body? Come on, that could have been an alien. This thing probably has a big triangular upper body and two swirly hands. Whatever.
was just over 5.6 feet tall at the hip.
At the hip?
Yeah.
So where your head stops, that's where its hip is.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, paleontologists have been putting dinosaurs together incorrectly this whole time. So we don't even know. I'm telling you, it's an alien. I'm going with alien. So these are 190 million years old. These footprints of this dinosaur. This is with the inspiration of that biblical poster that is just like 2 sets of footprints in the sand. It started with these. Someone saw these and was just like, Jesus. So many people have walked into the telling of my version of history. And just like walk. One lady yesterday, I was talking about something and she was standing beside us as I was talking about it and just had her going. For a second, she was just like, damn, this dude's so smart. He know all the history. And then I said one key word and she was just like, this motherfucker's lying. And that's the vibe. That's really the vibe. So many people show up to places and they tell you the actual history. And it's just like, I got Google. I know what the actual history is. I can look up where you are. But like, what's your version of that history, you know? I feel like,
What do you want to be true?
I feel like men who write history books have been giving their versions of history for so long. Why can't I just document my own version of what history is, you know? Just like rewrite it a little bit. Like everyone talks about Mandela effects and they're like trying to make up a Mandela effect. Well, how about this? Mandela effect, dinosaurs never existed. It was only aliens who gave us cool technology and the government's trying to cover it up.
I feel like with your version of history, it's very much like what you were saying, like for all of this time, just been telling their own version. But with Jay stepping down, it was Bleak's turn.
You know what I mean? Do, 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 do.
Okay, I'm reloading.
My humps.
The treat on this trip, especially today, after a long day of scrambling and mountain bike riding, is Gillibertos. Gillibertos! Hey, Gillibees. So, the crew is going to Gillibertos. Mexican taco shop with breakfast all day. I think I'm gonna go breakfast.
Ooh.
I think today it's 5 o'clock. It's breakfast somewhere. We're going round 2, and by we, not me, round 2 with a burrito loco. I want to say 12 and a half, 14,
I would say that's almost 24 inches.
almost an almost 2 foot long burrito.
No problem.
For one man, I'll do it. Man versus food. This is what happens when you mountain bike almost 10 miles. Well, you mountain bike 6 miles and then rip down the road at like 20 miles an hour for the last 4.
Okay, but for the uninitiated, yeah, it wasn't just like 6 easy miles of mountain biking. This was a really hard trail. The book said intermediate, like Blue Diamond, but I would say it was a double Black Diamond.
At least. It was a hard trail. I tried to find an intermediate trail. I mean, you saw it. There was a point when you gain a lot of momentum and it's like setting you up to go up a hill, but the top of that hill is a cliff that you're supposed to just sharply turn. And if you don't know the route, yikes. Is this half to eat?
Halves.
I think you should double fist it.
Inside a burrito loco is everything that this place has to offer. Ground beef, shrimp, chicken, chorizo, fried pepper.
Just look at it.
Look at that cross section. The perfect amount of sour cream, some salsa, some cheese.
Perfect amount of sour cream. You're right.
And rice. It took me out yesterday. It took me all the way out.
I got one beef taco.
For me,
Fish taco.
a side of rice and beans. Gotta go rice and beans.
What do you got?
And I got a birria taco and a fish taco? No, chicken taco. I panicked.
Seems like everyone got less food than you.
Chips and salsa.
Except for me.
Oh, so I didn't get my other thing.
Here at camp.
Camp.
Was your shower hot?
No.
Me neither.
Mine was warm. Was yours not warm?
It was like
Mine was like lukewarm.
Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. If this is your first time here, we greatly appreciate it. If you've been here before, we also greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys for joining us on this journey. If you can, please like, subscribe, and or comment. All of those help us. See you next time, and you know what we say. At the end of the day,